family. Merry Christmas week. I am so sorry. I lost my phone. I had no idea where I put my phone in. I know my phone is in my notes are on my phone. And I was looking for it. And the one place that I should have looked for my phone was where I never decided to look until just now. So I took my phone and I had everything prepared right on the side of like where I film. And I never thought to look here until now. Merry Christmas week. We're all a little kooky this week. Anyway, if you are here just for the live, beloved, it's just for the review. It starts in about 10 minutes. So skip to the 10-minute mark. Maybe it'll start then. We'll see. Sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. I'm packing. I'm cooking. I'm still waiting for packages to come. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming on in the room. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Kalia, what did Kalia Shoemaker do to make her get timed out by Black Lavender? How are y'all doing? Yes, Mary, I'm still going live. Sorry. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Gina. Hey, Aaliyah. Hey, Black Lavender. Thanks for having my back. Hey, Stella. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Angie. Oh, Alicia, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh. You guys are hilarious. I was just like, I cannot find my phone. Freaking out. And then I came here to for some reason, I was like, let me just look right by here. And the phone is sitting right here. I never thought to look here. I'm that person who's just like, oh my God, where are my keys? And my keys are in my hand. That's me. That's me. It is what it is. It is what it is. But we're here now. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I know some of y'all are getting snow. No snow here, but I'm about to go to a lot of snow soon and very soon. I have arrived, Deborah. Hey, Samantha. You know what? Me too, Samantha. I'm excited for this live because this episode was actually not bad. I actually like this episode more than last week's episode. Last week's episode was dry boots. I was struggling to find something to say. This episode, I'm like, I think I have still too much to say. I think I may have too much to say this episode. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Tiffany. Tiffany, all my moderators, shout out to my moderators, Black Lavender and Tiffany, who are here. Can you guys please DM me on Instagram? Because I need to ask you a question. For all my moderators, DM me, please. So, because I have to ask you guys a question. Anyway, hey guys. Hey family, get some rest, Tiffany. Get some rest. Oh, guys, next week, starting December 27th, all of my lives from December 27th to January 3rd will be on East Coast time, because I'll be on the East Coast for almost a little over a week. So all of my lives will be Eastern Standard Time. So West Coast, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You may miss a few of these lives. So I'll be spoiling East Coast later this week. Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Patrice. Yes, I cannot wait for him. That's who I'm excited for. I'm excited for Sugar Mama. That's who I'm excited for. All the other couples, great. Hey, how you guys doing? But I want to meet and chat with Sugar Mama. I normally have my lotion right here. Y'all, I've been like washing and packing. If y'all could see this room, it's a lot going on. Because this is also like what I'm going home for the holidays, unfortunately. Y'all know where I'm going. Can't get my money back. Gotta go. But I'm going back, and when I go back, I'm going to be there for the new year. So I don't know about you guys, but it's like a tradition in my family where it's like old, like you can't take like old stuff into the new year. So I'm like washing and deep cleaning, and stuff that I'm not using, I'm like throwing away or giving away. It's like I'm coming back to a whole new home. So that's a lot. And I normally wouldn't do this week because the week of Christmas is already very busy for me since I'm cooking. But I have to because I'm not going to be here. So it's a lot going on today. It's a lot going on this week. Oh gosh, yes, hit the like button. Yes, for Black Lavender and Tiffany, please. Tiffany, DM me before you go to sleep, please. Yes, East Coast is going to be all about you. Get some rest, Tiffany. Finally, right? I wish I was going to Philly under better circumstances. I wish I wasn't going to Philly in the winter. Listen, I left that years ago. I don't like it. I don't enjoy city snow because I'm from the city. I don't do city snow. It's not my thing. Country snow. Have I ever seen country snow? I haven't. I've never been in country snow. Yeah, I've only done city snow, and I'm not. I'm not here for it. Not here for it. Hey, Essence T. So glad you're here. What's up? It's Kima. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Miss GG88. Finally going to Philly. I like Philly in the summer. Philly in the summer and fall. That's when I'm like all about Philly. Philly in the winter and spring is a no for me because Philly spring is just rain. And just like I don't like city snow, I don't like city rain. It ain't for me. It is not for me. Hey, not your typical teacher. I know, not your typical teacher. I wish I was going back under different circumstances. I really wish. Oh, Willow Goddess said country snow is beautiful. And I'm so glad you're here, Willow. Linda J. See, I never knew that Marion Millions was on Lifetime. I thought it was like on one of those streaming services. That's what I thought. City Snow is trifling. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my lotion. I'm a savage. Okay. Also, my lives this week may look a little different. Um, probably starting probably starting around Tuesday because since I'm cooking this week for Christmas dinner. We're starting our Christmas dinner a little earlier since we're leaving for the holiday. So we're starting it a little early. So some of my lives may be in my kitchen. It'll still be the same fun. It won't have the same background, but just to let you know, the backgrounds might change a bit this week. And then, the background is definitely changing next week. So, bear with me. I'm doing my best. Oh, thank you, Dwayne. Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. Anything else? Is there anything else happening right now? Happy stimulus. Happy medium stimulus check to you Americans, to us Americans. The government decided to throw us some pennies for the holidays. Oh, Lord. Oh Lord, the way this government treats Americans, I tell you, Americans are far too proud for what they get. Far too proud. Ciao. Hey Connie. Hey Coos Girly. Yes, what's up, Star Family? We in the building. Hey VP. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Oh God, we got a lot of newcomers. So I gotta show up and show out. Pennies, Black Lavender. They threw us pennies. They could have kept us $600. $600. And we just take it. If they would listen, if France's government would have did something like this, they would have burnt France down. Americans, we just get kicked in our foreheads, and all we do is go, ouch. Nothing else. France burns down their government if they look at them wrong. Ciao. Ciao. Our politicians do not deserve, they do not deserve anything good. Yeah, it's Kima. I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm comfortable, but you know, $600, okay. It does a little something, but it doesn't like what is it gonna do for people who are about to get evicted? That's not covering nobody's rent. Nobody's rent. It's not covering a rent, a student loan, maybe a bill, but a lot of people's bills are past due. What is that doing? It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Pennies. But I will say that $600 is going to my eyelash extensions. I mean, some eyelash extensions and some tinted eyebrows when I feel like Atlanta is safe because Atlanta is still open. So there's so much that you can still do. But I like last time I was there, I was like, I do not feel comfortable getting my eyelash extensions right now. But baby, when it's safe, I'm going to be there and I'm getting my eyelash extensions and I'm getting my eyebrows tinted. And I think that's all I'm doing, right? Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing acrylics. I can't. I may get acrylics. I don't know because I feel like the industry is going to open up. Every time I get acrylics, I get an audition. So I can't play. I can't play. Feliz Navidad. Yes, Angie. Thank you. VP said the Canadian government is giving approximately $2,000 a month for those who lost their jobs because of the pandemic. Ciao. We too proud. We too proud. Anyway, guys and moderators, please let the new people know this as well when they come in the room. Why didn't do it? Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Also, Potomac and Atlanta is happening tomorrow. Mother is overwhelmed. There's too much going on right now. So I'm gonna do Potomac and Atlanta tomorrow. If you are new here, just to let you know, I only acknowledge super chats while I'm doing the live, while I'm doing the live review, because if I acknowledge your questions, I get off of track and the review becomes longer than it needs to be. And there are people who just come here just to watch the review. So when I do the review, I go all the way through, and then at the end, I stop and I chat with you guys for about 4 hours. It won't be that long today because I got stuff to do, but that's normally how it is. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I just want to get through the review, and then after that, we can talk about it. So if you are just here for the review, beloveds, it starts right now. All right, let's get into it. Brandon and Julia. I can't believe that this weird Sixth Sense looking man child has Julia in this situation. I feel so sorry for Julia. I don't like this relationship. I don't like it because I think that Julia is being gaslit by Brandon and being taken advantage of by Brandon and his family. And I don't like it. I don't like it because his parents are still there. His parents are still there. Like Brandon's mother basically pistol whips Julia to go on this tour of DC. Listen, Julia don't feel like touring DC. She wants to tour Brandon's penis. What is the problem here? Like, why is the mother in everything? And I feel like I don't know if Julia's have an awakening after she watches this season, but something needs to happen for you, homegirl, because you're not a bad looking girl. You can get an American man that is free. Like, you can get an American man that does not have his mother up his behind every second, because this is not an ideal situation for any sane woman. It really, really isn't. I'm just like, she went out to dinner with you guys. She just found out that she won't be able to stay in the same room as her man. Give her some time to be with him, since when they get to your home, it's going to be all the sex is going to be cut off and it's going to be cold turkey. Give a girl some time with him. You're up bright and early in the morning. Hey, come on, we got a tour to take. What? She's been invasive to the girl's reproductive system. She's telling her that she can't sleep in the same room with her 28-year-old son when they get to her place. Now she's taking over the only quality time that she has with this dude, and Brandon is just sitting there. Well, it's my mom. Julia, this is hell. This is hell. I do not like, normally when I watch these 90 Day Fiance couples, I go through uh, a level of emotions. Like I'm up and I'm down, I'm laughing, and every couple takes me on the journey. Brandon and Julia, I'm disappointed. Like the only thing I can constantly say, like the only thing I get out of watching this couple is the fact that to me as a viewer watching this is hell. This is absolute hell, and Brandon does nothing about it, because I feel like what he's doing is he's playing. He got two women in his life, and he's playing both of them. He's playing his mother and he's playing Julia. So what he does is he drags Julia to his mom and say, well, she's being difficult, and oh, but she just doesn't get it. She just doesn't understand. I know what you mean. I know what you are saying. I get it. I respect it. That's what I want to do. But Julia doesn't want to do that. And then he goes to Julia and he says, well, my mom, she's old school and this is what she wants. And I understand, and I feel so bad, and I wish I could change it. I'm going to try to talk to her, but you know how my mom is. It's all my mom. It's all my mom. It's all my mom. When it's really you. Brandon has money. Brandon doesn't want to use the money. Brandon is living in his parents' home rent-free, where his mother takes care of him. She feeds him, she bathes him, she nurtures him, she washes his clothes right along while she's washing his balls. There is nothing that this man has to worry about. The only thing that he probably, he can, but he doesn't want to do is have sex with her, right? So who does he get? He gets Julia, who is going to have to come here and be dependent on him and won't be able to get out of that situation because she's not an American woman, right? So she can't, like an American girl can come and look at this situation and be like, oh, okay, well, I'm out. Who the hell needs this nightmare? Not me. A girl like Julia, once she gets here, is going to be stuck in this situation. So he will always have access to her body as long as she is stuck in this situation and can't get any kind of freedom and get out of that situation, because she's stuck here with Brandon in this home. So he has free range of her body while his mother still takes care of him and while his father backs up the nonsense. This is absolute hell for Julia, but it's absolute heaven for Brandon. I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel really bad for her. I feel really bad for her because right now she's only getting a taste of it, right? And she thinks that when she has these little talks with Brandon after she has sex with him, that he is going to, change his mother's mind and put his foot down against his mom. No, he's not, because he does not want to leave that home. You don't realize that he's telling you, well, we're just going to stay here for a very short time. The very short time he's probably talking about is 40 years. He is not trying to go anywhere. There's a clip later on in the season when the dad is like, oh, this will be all yours. Are you sure you want to give that up? He plans on living there with you, having a family, and inheriting this farm from his parents. The mother is going to be in your life, closely in your life forever. Because when the time starts to tick away at his parents' lives, you're going to start taking care of them in the same home that she harassed your coochie in. This is your future. And I'm just so pissed off because we the viewers know that. Julia has no idea. So she keeps on thinking that she can convince this dude to give her the life that he promised her. And it's never going to happen, honey. He was lying to you the entire time. You got played. You got played, and now you're in this weird, like M. Night Shyamalan house with these weird parents, these weird overbearing parents, and it's a man child. This is effeminate. He's very like on the cusp. On the cusp of like womanhood. Because if you look at Brandon one way, it's like, oh, hello, girl. You know what I mean? Like he's very womanly. He's not like effeminate in actions or in nature. He's just very like, it's pat. It's pat. Yes, very like, oh, what are your pronouns? You know what I mean? That's what he gives me. But you're going to be stuck in this situation with this man forever. Julia, he doesn't want to do anything different. He doesn't want, what 28-year-old wants? It's all such hell. Such hell. It's such an unhealthy hell as well. This isn't right. I don't know how his parents think that this is okay. This is really weird that you're still carrying this, legal man around. He is 28 years old and he has no responsibilities. Not a one. This is weird. He has no responsibilities and he has no say so in his life. Y'all don't feel weird as his parents, knowing that if you guys, if God decides to take y'all out of here, knowing that Brandon will probably, die in his own feces. Like he doesn't know how to do anything without you guys because you have done everything for him. And now you're expecting Julia to come in and cater to the one part of his body that you can't cater to. Julia, you can get a better looking American man and you could be in a better situation. This ain't it, honey. If I was you right now, I would be fishing for another American man and be like, listen, me and you don't even have to really like each other like that, but I got a TV show attached to my name. What do you want to do? Because I couldn't play this out. Even if we're faking this situation, I couldn't do it because me and that mother would have got into it a long time ago. From the minute she asked me about my reproductive system. So are we trying to get pregnant? Hi, who the hell are you? What's your middle name? I just met you. No, we're not doing that. We're not. Is your reproductive system still working? Are you getting pregnant? Okay, so if we can't have that conversation, don't talk about mine. Bye, girl. Bye, girl. Bye, girl. He's not even just like, Brandon, you have the nerve. It's Pat. You have the nerve. Anyway, let's get into Jovi. Jovi, the Joker, and Yara. You know who I wish that Brandon was actually in a relationship with? Yara. Yara would have dragged Brandon and his mama up and down that farm. She would have took a break and then she would have did it again. That's who I wish would have been with Brandon. You know what? I hope that Julia and Yara have become friends. And I'm hoping that Yara has imparted into her, some courage, and let her know that you don't have to live in this kind of situation. Look at me. Look at me. I'm dating an American and I don't let him or his mama talk to me like that. So you don't have to let that happen. You can get what you want if you fight hard enough. We got a super chat from Angie. Angie said, I thought my Yerky poo was the only one neutered. Mom has Brandon's testicles in a jar. She shakes it and Brandon runs. Just saying, Xmas chat. Thank you so much, Angie. You know what? Does she have his Brandon's testicles in a jar, or did Brandon, willingly place his testicles in that jar? Because it's one thing to put it all on the mom, and that's how it's edited to us, the viewer, right? But I see something completely different. I'm like, Brandon loves this. And the only way I was able to pick that up was when I saw how he talked to Julia and how he talked to his mom. He's playing the both of them because he desires something from the both of them. Nurturing, caring, and cleaning, and provision from his mom, right? And sex from Julia. He gets the best of both worlds while the other women in his life are miserable. Selfish dude. Selfish dude. The fact that there were more than a few of you who were in my comment section who are hot for Jovi lets me know that this vaccine ain't getting to us fast enough. When I was reading my comment section, I was just like, Jovi? Jovi is the man you're lusting after in the pandemic? Jovi, the Joker? Ladies, where is the bar? Where is the bar? It was one person, right? And I was like, okay, I get it. Jovi, yeah, I get it. Then another notification. It's another person. Another notification. Another person. Like it was like 15 of y'all, and I was just like, Am I not, dropping enough gems? Am I not giving you enough courage to stop diving for that bar? What's going on? Far too many of you were hot in the pants for Jovi. Oh gosh, ladies. I'm gonna excuse this because we're still in a pandemic. I want to see how you feel when we're out. when we're free, when you can touch a man, where you can be around, multiple men and you can actually see what's out there. This may be what your mind is like because we have been, in this pandemic for a very long time. So you might not be yourself. You know what I mean? So you might be, speaking out of the little insanity bouts that you have because of what you're dealing with. So I'll forgive it. I'll forgive it. But if you still talking that talk when we're out of here, I'm pushing you to the front of the line for that vaccine. The front. The front. I was like, Joey? I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm gonna pray for y'all. Speaking of hell, poor Yara. Poor Yara. I mean, I'm not going to say that the American men don't know what's happening here. I'm telling you, they know. They're just taking advantage because they are getting women who are not American, who do not know how they operate, who do not know their tricks and their manipulation, who just don't know the culture that they come from. So they're doing things and using American culture to excuse their poor behavior or their poor decisions. And if you're not an American woman, you could be like, well, okay, I can accept this, but this is just weird for the culture. And I'm here to let you know it's not. This is not American culture. These are these American men manipulating these women, just not being great guys and using them being American as the excuse for you, foreign women, because they can't do it to us. So Jovi know good and well, right? If he was dating an American woman and the first time he sees her and on American soil, not even American soil, if they were like dating long distance, right? And Jovi and the American woman were meeting at different places because of his job and just dating and going out and having a good time. He knows good and well that the first time that he meets her in his hood, she would not be staying at his mother's house. There's no way he would do that to an American girl. But he can do that to Yara because she don't know what's going on. I felt bad for her. I was just like, the first time I meet your mama, I'm staying at her house. How uncomfortable is that? That is so uncomfortable. But you can do that to a non-American woman because she don't know that this is not normal either. Because an American woman would have been like, no, I don't know her. Can we at least go out to Dave and Buster's first before I'm staying at her home? I don't feel comfortable doing that. And she knows she has the right to do that. Yara don't know. So he gonna pull this mess where it's, oh, let me take you to meet my mom for the first time. And also we're staying at her place overnight or for a couple of days. She's over here packing a bag and she's like, I don't want to do this. Oh, but you have to. This is what we do. He keeps on throwing, oh, this Cajun, Cajun this, Cajun that. Can I just say, they was throwing all this Cajun culture, right? And all, this Cajun is, we Cajun, we Cajun, we Cajun. And then she goes to meet his mom and she's at the home and the mom is cooking. And she's just like, I'm making a nice, authentic Cajun meal. Can you say, she said something, for who's that? Whatever this dish that she was making. She was like, can you say this? Oh, because this is what it is. You're going to learn how to eat and make this because this is what we do out here in Cajun country. Baby, well, obviously, you don't use Cajun spices because that food was unseasoned. Yara said, I don't want to, be mean, but the food was not seasoned. I love her. I love Yara. She said, it was nasty. I said, not the Faraza, not the Faraza soup. No, it wasn't unseasoned. I love Yara. And then Jovi gonna try to protect his mama and be like, oh, well, she's from the Ukraine, so their food is different over there. So she doesn't understand how food is supposed to taste here. No, she said what she said. She said that soup, Faraze, that stew was unseasoned. She knows seasonings, and she said it was unseasoned. Team Yara. Team Yara. And then this is when she became our girl, for real. No, you know what? I think she was already my girl by the time she said that woman's food was unseasoned. She's already my girl. But when she said this, I don't care what his mom says. I said no, and I'm not changing my mind. Julia, watch this girl. Become her friend. This is how you need to be living in the United States of America because they will take advantage of you, honey. That family has already started taking advantage of you. Yara said, I don't care what that woman is saying. She can keep on talking about a big wedding all she wants and something that she wants to do. I said, no, it ain't happening. If my mama can't experience a big wedding, then why should you? It's not happening. So she can say all that stuff that she want to say to him. It's not happening. I love her. I love her because I absolutely agree with her. Yara said this. She said the mom already knew. I've been said no. So for her to sit here and try to throw the grandparents out there and all those other people out there to make Yara feel bad, she's just like, it's just not happening. I'm not doing it. And I agree with her reasoning. She said, my family cannot come here to be a part of the big wedding. If I have a big wedding, I want my family, especially my mom, to be a part of it. And if she cannot partake in it, or my family, the people that I love and friends who I want to be here, if they cannot partake in my huge wedding, then we're not going to have it. Absolutely agree. You want this big wedding for you. Your son not even agreeing to that. You want this big wedding for you, and the bride, who the wedding is supposed to be for, is going to be miserable and crying because you're going to be doing stuff that she wants to do with her mom. And it's her wedding and her decision. And she already said, no matter what you said, no matter what you say, no matter what you try to do, it's a no. I like her. I like her because these Americans, they didn't know. Jovi and his mama didn't know that they have a foreign person in their family now who will maybe she will, maybe she won't, who was going to possibly be a part of their family, who is not going to let them bulldoze her with all this. This is what we do here in America, and this is how it is. And no, 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 no. Yara said, I might be on American soil, but I know who the hell I am. And I said, no, it's not happening. And you need to put some salt in that stew. I love her. I love me some Yara. That is my girl. And this is another one. I told y'all that Yara and Jovi remind me of a younger Mike and not too young. Why? Mike and Natalie is not that much older than Yara and Jovi, and they look like their parents. They look a lot older. What's going on? What's going on with this couple? Anyway, they give me them where it's like these two are miserable being with each other, but they're just trying to make it work. So again, I like me some Yara. I don't know if this relationship is going to work because I don't think we've ever at any point seen Jovi and Yara getting along. I haven't seen it. We haven't seen them having a cute little moment. No, these two don't like each other. They don't like each other, but they're trying to make it work somehow. They're trying to make it work somehow. But I loved her. I love that Yara was just like, I said no, and I meant it. I don't care what she said. Y'all thought y'all got some Russian chick from a destitute situation. Yara know who she is. She knows what she wants, and she knows what she can get. And she is not backing down. When homegirl walked into that home, no place is good enough for Yara. This is why she reminds me of Natalie. No place is good enough for her. Everything is just, I'm telling you, every place that she walks into in New Orleans or Cajun homeland country, wherever she walks into the place like it got roaches. Yara walked into his mother's home with her jacket, over her shoulders. She didn't put her arms to it, over her shoulders because Yara is that girl. She walked in and she's like, oh, hi, it's nice to meet you. I love her. Oh, this is nice. No, I don't want to sit. This is, you know. Mm, mm. Yara is my girl in her confessional. Get married in the trailer park. Ugh, no. I don't even think, was the mother living in the trailer park? Oh, I like her. She's good TV. She is good TV. You cannot tell Yara that she is not that girl. Yara knows that she is that girl. She walks in every room like, not good enough for me. No, it's dirty. It's so small. I love me some Yara. Oh gosh, Jovi, you got you got some work on your hands. But the thing about it is, I don't feel bad for him because from what we've seen of their relationship, he spoiled her in every place that they were at, right? So Yara was living a good life when she was dating Jovi in all these other places, right? Now you married her, and now you want to move her to, I guess, the dirty part. Have Yara tell it. You want her to move to the dirty part of New Orleans. And she is just like, this was not our life. So if you want me, you have to keep that up. And I just, listen, I agree with her. He was wooing her and pursuing her and making her believe that they were going to live a certain way of life. Let me tell you something, man. If you're taking a woman out to all these 5-star places, right? And you're vacationing at these stuff, everything is like 5-star, top shelf, and you just looking wealth, right? When you finally get the woman, you can't now take her to your lower middle class reality because it's just not fair, right? And you will think that she is being disrespectful, and it's just like, oh, you're so unappreciative. I absolutely disagree with that because you're showing her, like when you're pursuing her and you're wooing her and you're courting her, you're showing her you made that choice to do all this 5-star stuff, right? You're showing her that this is the lifestyle that she will live with you. You can't do all of that and then take her to Cajun land and have her in maybe every model trailer park home, but tell her that this is what the life is going to be. Because now Yara is just like, absolutely not. Because this ain't what we've been doing this whole time. So now that we're getting married, this is what we're doing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think that Jovi thinks that maybe some of the viewers may be on his side, but I'm not because I'm like, I'm with her. You gave her a perception of the lifestyle that she will have if she is with you. To take that away from her and then try to make her seem like this unappreciative gold digger is wrong in my opinion, because you gave her this perception of a certain kind of life that she will live if she was with you. She living like the way you living now is how she living in Russia. She if she leaves that, her family, everything that she knows, maybe don't you think she wants to go to a better situation? Love ain't everything. Let's be real and let's tell the truth and shame the devil and talk about that. Love don't pay the bills. Every grandmama and told their granddaughters that. Yeah, you like him. Yeah, you're cute. Yeah, y'all having a good time. And you think that you love him, but you're not going to be so in love with him when he can't pay no bills. You're not going to feel like banging him after you're working, 18-hour shifts to cover the rent because he's still unemployed. Very true. Love is not everything. It's important. It should be a part of your relationship. Provision, money. That's the kingpin of every successful relationship. Money. Let's be very real here. I love you, but God, how many times are we going to dine at Domino's Pizza? Like, you know what I mean? The love starts wearing off when the wooing is not what it used to be. So I'm Team Yara for this one. I just because she's good TV. But yeah, Jovi, no, you show her one way. You show her one way. Now you're trying to make her buddy up to your mom who can't even season her food in this remodeled trailer park. Because I didn't think her place looked bad, but Yara called it a trailer park. Child, I like her. She don't hold back one bit. She gonna have a hard time with that mother though, because she said if she thinks that she's not, this is the last that she's seeing of me, that's not the case. She's gonna be seeing a whole lot of me. Was that a threat? Anyway, I'm disappointed that we didn't get any Rebecca and Zayed. I know we're going to get them next week, but I really need to know, like, there's something that Rebecca is not telling us. Either she was frauding last season or she did something to really mess her up financially. Because I am still not over the fact that she is running a chicken shack. I'm not over that. I am not how we met her. Not how we met her. So Rebecca, if you were lying, you need to clear that up now. You need to let us know that that home that you were in was a Airbnb that the show was paying for, and that you really were unemployed, and your friend was lying for you and acting like you had a PI job when you really didn't. Like, let us know that all of that was for show, because this transition that you made on this show just is not adding up to me, and it's not being addressed, and it bothers me so much, because there were a lot of people on Twitter who were asking the same question. They were just like, what the hell happened to Rebecca? A lot of us were not expecting her to be running the chicken shack. Let's be real. Let's be real. Oh, who's next? Let's talk about Mike and Natalie. The older Rebecca, the older Jovi and Yara. I don't know what there is left in this relationship. I don't know. I don't know how they can salvage this. They don't like each other. Do we have any couple on this show that likes each other? Do we? I don't think so. But Mike and Natalie are the epitome of like couples who are just phoning it in. They are phoning it in. They do not like each other. They do not enjoy each other. Natalie basically said on this show that, listen, I don't like Mike, but the sex is great. She was just, what did she say? That is the only place that we are compatible in sex. And I don't know, was this supposed to be his penis? We are compatible sexually. Was this supposed to be his penis? I don't know. But that's like the only thing that she said that he has going for her, like that this relationship has. And I'm like, you keep on saying this stuff about this man. What do you think? Why are you expecting a ring? Natalie, you threw his uncle / cousin out of his home. You're saying that basically you don't like him, but you know he got a nice little stroke. You hate where he lives. You don't like the fact that he doesn't believe in what you believe in, and that he drinks on occasion. Why are you here? I don't get this. Y'all don't like each other. Why are y'all putting us through this? What did we do to deserve this? Every week we are tuning in to watch a couple who absolutely hates each other. We are literally watching the build up to an episode of Snapped. This is what we're doing watching this couple. Because where are y'all going to end up? Y'all either going to end up on, Natalie is going to end up on Snap, or Mike is going to end up on one of them ID channel crime TV shows. This is where this relationship is going. And Uncle Bo is going to help him bury the body. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. We see where this is going. Why are we watching this couple? TLC, listen, 90 Day Fiancé, y'all want to come with somebody else. Can we get one couple that likes each other, and that we think that this is like the real deal? Like love brought them together, and that this is what they really want to do, not because they're under contract with you guys. Because I feel like this is what we're getting with Mike and Natalie. I think they're under contract with 90 Day Fiancé, and who wants to leave a TV show? You know what I mean? So I just feel like they probably don't, like when the cameras wrap, I think this relationship wraps. And I think when it's time to start filming again, they try to phone it in, but it's so obvious that these two hate each other. Every time they're in their confessionals together, Natalie. Mike. Break up. Break up. Please. Break up. This is so depressing. Anyway, but sex is great. So they go to dinner with Uncle Bo. We are never going to address this elephant in the room. What the hell is going on with Uncle Bo? Because first of all, I think that Uncle Bo is white, right? But I think Uncle Bo drinks so much, it's changed his ethnicity. I don't think he's actually this dark. I think it's the brown liquor that he is drinking that's changing his melanin. I really, really do. I don't think he's this dark. I really don't. This is liquor. This is like alcohol skin poisoning or something. What is going on with Uncle Bo? Like, Mike introduced us to Uncle Bo. When we met Uncle Bo, He like ran out of a shack, like a homemade shack on a property. And that's all Mike said. This is my Uncle Bo. You can't do that. A human being cannot come out of a self-made shack with no front teeth and you not explain what's happening here. He just won't. He will not address the elephant in the room, which is Uncle Bo, who we have just found out is actually his cousin. Do we even know how old Uncle Bo is? Is he in his 50s or 30s? We don't know. We don't know anything about this man. Nothing. But he's in like every scene. I will say this, right? I told you I'm with Natalie. I would want to live with Uncle Bo. I wouldn't. I don't think that he is a bad person, a dangerous person. I just wouldn't want him for a roommate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't want him for a roommate. It seems like he's somebody fun to talk to for like 20 minutes at a family reunion. Other than that, living together, I wouldn't want to. And that's okay. That's okay. So I get Natalie, right? My issue is she makes no qualms about showing that she is happy and relieved that he is not in the home. Because as soon as she sits down with Uncle Bo, it's, oh, so you're not living there anymore, right? Yes, yes. No, you and you're not coming back. Oh, no, I'm just Natalie, you are so rude. That was so rude. That was so rude. I listen, I understand. I wouldn't want to live with Uncle Bo either, especially if I've never met this dude and this is my first introduction into meeting him and, living with him. I wouldn't want to do that. But the way she showed that man that she was relieved that he was no longer in the home that she was going to be staying in. Oh, girl, that was rude. That was so rude. From calling him a stranger to making sure that Mike got him out of the house. Because I don't want to live with no stranger. Because Uncle Bo is stranger. How dare you? That's his uncle / cousin. That is his family member that he put out of his home to make you comfortable. Obviously, Uncle Bo means a lot to Mike. I don't know if they grew up together. Guys, maybe they're the same age. I don't know, but they have a relationship, right? And Mike really loves this man. So you have to love him if this is the man that you want to be with, right? But to sit there and question him and talk about his drinking and then say, and then just be so relieved that he's not staying in the home. And you're surprised you don't have that ring back. Natalie, you are very rude. You are very rude. Oh, thank God. You won't be coming back. Oh, yes. It was just so rude to me. I couldn't believe it. And then she'll go in a confessional and be like, oh, but I don't have a ring. Do you think you deserve one? Do you think you deserve a ring? You are not nice. Oh, God. Oh, speaking of not nice, right? After dinner with Uncle Bo, Natalie and Mike Mike takes her home. And they're driving there. While they're driving there, Natalie. Oh, Yara. She is Yara. Oh, you live down here? Oh, oh. And then they get out the car. Oh, snow everywhere. There's nobody around. Nobody around here. Just us. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, and she goes into the house. Mud room? Mud? Oh, this is the kitchen. This is the living room. So everything's so tiny. Oh my, you want a ring? You want this man to marry you? You hate everything. You hate everything. She called this man's home a home, a horror house. She called his home a horror house, and she is still expecting a ring. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Oh, Mike's house looks like a house in a horror movie. Horror, scary. People died there. And you want him to marry you. Yara. Yara. My only thing with Yara though is that I feel like I can take Yara because Yara is like this from jump, right? Natalie wants certain things, but she'll accept it and hope to change it. That's what bothers me. Is because Mike been telling you that he don't believe in God. He been telling you that. You knew about Uncle Bo. You knew where he lived. Now, I'm not going to blame you for not knowing exactly what it looks like because you're not from America, but you kept on like you were with this man, but you were hoping, woman, we do this, hoping that by coochie persuasion, he changes his mind and, then wants to live in the city, then wants to, become a devout Christian, then wants to stop drinking. You're hoping that if you put it on him enough, if you put it on and make him want to marry me, then he'll do what you want. That's it. It never works that way. Never works that way. Some men can be, coochie whipped. It happens. It happens. But they jump back. They jump back far too often. That coochie wear off. That coochie wear off. And I'm thinking that this is what Natalie thought that she could do to him. It's not working. It's not working. I honestly think that she was just like, he's never going to get somebody as hot as me. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm probably the hottest woman that he's ever been with. So, I know that he's going to treat me a certain way. Y'all better stop dating these tenderoni men thinking that you could change him or that he's going to do whatever you want him to do because you're the hottest woman he's ever been with. At the end of the day, even though that may be true, he's still a man. Even the ugly ones know their power, girl. So you better wake up. That don't ever work. It don't ever work. So yeah, Natalie at the end of this episode is still crying about a ring after she dragged his uncle slash cousin and now his home. Girl, you're delusional. So why is it so cold? Can I have tea? No tea? Mm. Wait, I forgot about this. When she sat in his chair and did like this. Mm, oh. He knows that you hate his home. He knows that just by looking at you, that you are going into, like, that you're having a breakdown. Like you're falling into depression and having a breakdown because of his house of horrors home. Your words, not mine. And you want him to propose, what about that moment will make him want to get down on one knee and give you the ring that you gave him, that you gave back? Remember that. You're doing all this crying, but girl, you gave him the ring back and said on national TV that you don't love him. And you want a ring from this man? You were distraught in his little home. That home was a little, maybe he's just really tall. But didn't that home look like it was a playhouse? Compared to his height, I was just like, I know your back is hurting. You have to bend down for everything, Mike. And he built that home, right? Didn't he build that home? Why didn't you build it to your measurements? Anyway, you sat there in that chair and you looked around and was just like, you're having a breakdown over his home. And let me tell you something. Mike didn't step out, while you were filming your confessional in the kitchen. He didn't leave and go to another restaurant or go in the homemade shack that Uncle Bo built on the property. He was probably there listening to your confessional when the producer is telling you, so you don't like it. No, it's just not what I expected. It's no. He heard all of that and he watched all of that. Girl, you are not getting the ring. You don't deserve. You don't deserve. You do not deserve. Oh, that couple is so depressed. Now I'm in a bad mood and I got to talk about another couple. But this couple makes me happy. Tyreek and Hazel. So Tyreek goes to, before he goes to pick up Hazel, he's meeting with his friend Angela to go find an outfit to properly, greet Hazel and at the airport. So his friend Angela stops by to help him, but I don't think they said it in the show. But for me, it was very obvious that Angela really cares for Tariq, because I feel like to take out this time to come and meet with your friend, to me, shows that she really, really cares about him. Because obviously, the way that Angela was dressed let me know that she was attending a wedding in Mars. So she left that wedding in Mars to come and film this scene with him, because that's how good of a friend she is. Because you're not going to tell me that they called Angela for this scene and she said, I'm going to just put something on. And it was this outfit. The outfit had like boning in it, and it was like ribbon boning, this top, and it was like tight material, shiny tight material with like boning ribbons. And then it was like a fake Versace Versace skirt with this like big scarf top, this big blue scarf tied around the waist. I said, there's no other, there's no other reasoning. Like, she had to be at a wedding on Mars. She had to be. There's no way that this woman just had this in her closet and put this on. She was at a wedding in Mars. She hopped in a spaceship, came down to film this scene. She left the reception, came down to film this scene with Tariq, and then hopped in a spaceship and went back to that wedding in Mars. Because what in the Fifth Element was that woman wearing? I don't know what happened in this entire scene. I was watching that outfit. When she walked in, I said, what the hell? It was like shiny tight material, guys. Y'all know that dance competition tight look. It was that with like boned ribbon. I'd never seen this before in my life. I was like, is that boning? Just all up here. Why did you choose this attire, Angela? What was that? And it didn't stop. She did not edit at any point in that outfit. There was always something else to look at. Girl, do you? I know that wedding in Mars was fire because you put on your best, girl. You put on your best. So from Angela's outfit, I knew there was no way that Tariq was getting something that made any kind of sense. So when he showed up to pick up Hazel at the airport, dressed like a packet of equal, I was not shocked. I was not shocked. I said, how can you go shopping with clothes shopping with Angela and not come out with this powder blue suit? There was no way. So I was just like, yep, that's exactly what you would pick to wear if you're going shopping with Angela. Boning and rib, like I had never seen that. Is that something new? Like, I had never seen anything like that before in my life. Wow. So he goes to pick up Hazel, and she is I don't remember much about their relationship. Does she like him? Does she like him at all? Because I didn't see it. She was like, hi. I got more emotion from Hazel when she was talking about her son. So I knew and I could be wrong. If y'all know more about this couple, let me know. But from the way she was talking about her son, I knew that this move to America had nothing to do with her or Tariq, and everything to do with giving that baby a better way of life. So I don't know if she's not into this dude, but I know that the majority of her decision making is based on giving her son a better way of life. And to that I say, girl, do what you gotta do. Because I like Tariq, right? I really, really do. I hope that him and Dean can fix whatever this is. Because listen, I do remember some of Tariq's season, and I do think that Dean was, doing the most right. But let's tell the truth from Shane the Devil, Tariq. You know that he was doing the most because the producers were putting him up to it. Like, I think that, yes, that is Dean's personality, but let's be real. A lot of it was over the top, and I think that was producer prodding. So maybe this is all just fake storyline, but I hope if it's real that these two can fix it, because at the end of the day, Dean was riding so hard on Hazel because he was maybe being way too overprotective for his, over his brother's life. That's what siblings do. That's who we are. I hope that you recognize that he was doing that to protect you, and that you two can, work it out and forgive each other. Because, now that Dean is dating a Filipino woman, Tyreek is upset with him about that. And it's like, now he can't come to the wedding. It didn't seem like it was that deep to me. So I'm thinking it's storyline, because this is another reason why I think it's storyline. One, it didn't seem that deep. Two, weren't they having a good time on Pillow Talk or whatever? And Dean been dating that woman, but y'all was buddying up on Pillow Talk. So I don't think this is real. I don't think the beat. What the hell? Why did my photo? What the hell is going on my computer? The photo booth, like my pictures just opened up. Oh shoot! Oh my gosh, y'all! I thought I was getting hacked. I have a diction app on my computer that I did not turn off. And as I was talking, it started opening applications on my computer. Baby, I was about to throw this computer in the fire. I thought I was getting hacked. Hold on, let me turn this diction app off. Lord, go to sleep. I'm gonna have to delete this off of my computer. Go to sleep. Oh my God. If you guys would have saw what just happened on my computer, I thought I was getting hacked. I was like, mm-mm. The government not taking over me. I can't get it. Oh, guys, I cannot. Hold on, I'm gonna have to quit it. What is going on? Go to sleep. I think we're good. No, stop! Stop recording. Oh gosh. It's taking everything I say, and I wish you guys could see what's happening to my computer right now. Go to sleep. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to click out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on going with this review as much as I can. I don't know if this thing is gonna click me out of this. Lord, pray my strength. Anyway, I think that this is what's happening with Dean and Tyreek is just storyline. I don't think that they have beef, because if they did really have beef, then why were they on Pillow Talk like nothing ever happened? I think they're just trying to follow the storyline from the last season that we saw them on together. And I think if you follow this show, it would be very obvious to you that this isn't real. So that's what I think is happening here. But I'm going to play along into this like this is, the same thing. I don't think it's that Dean dating a Filipino woman, even though he gave Tyreek hell. I don't think it's worth them not being close with each other, and them like no longer being, the close siblings that they are, and like Dean coming to his wedding. I don't think that that's worth it, but that's just me. I cannot get this freaking app to close. Insane. Insane. Now let's get on to Hazel, who, guys, she always not been able to speak English like this? Because this is the thing. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with her not. Wait, before I get on to Hazel, what happened with Dean on 90 Day Fiance the other way around? Because is he still in the Philippines with that woman? Wasn't he supposed to be on 90 Day Fiance the other way? Something is going on. And we can talk about it at the end, but something is going on. Anyway, they really cannot communicate. So for them not to both be able to like not really understand each other and speak each other's language, I'm confused as to how the lesbianism, no, bisexuality, and the topic of another woman in the relationship came up. Just like, Tyreek, is this all you? Or are y'all trying to find something else to like make you guys interesting for this show? Is this storyline as well? Because I'm like, you two can barely hold a conversation. How did y'all get on becoming a throuple? How did y'all get on inviting somebody else into the relationship? How did y'all get on the topic of bisexuality? That is a conversation that needs to happen. Both topics, really huge conversations. How did y'all get there when y'all can barely like say one sentence to each other? This couple ain't sitting, like, I like them, right? This storyline is just not making sense. It's not making sense. And I don't know. I'm asking questions. Y'all know when it don't make sense to me, I feel like it's probably fake. I feel like it's probably fake. So either way, they're so interesting and I really like them. I love Tariq. I love how he is with his daughter, how he talks about her, how he cares for her. My only issue is Tariq explained that his daughter, she's autistic and she communicates differently. And he was saying that it's a lot for him to do. He has to work on himself and check himself when he's communicating with her. He has to realize that she communicates differently. My only concern with this is that you said yourself that you have to take time and even check yourself when you're communicating with your daughter because she communicates differently. You're bringing in a person who, two people, Hazel, and she's eventually bringing her son, who you can't communicate with properly. And now you two are deciding to bring in another person. So not only are you bringing three additional people into your daughter's life, right? You're also bringing in people who also have communication issues. To me, I don't feel like that's the smartest thing to do right now when you cannot properly communicate with your daughter. It feels like you're complicating an already complicated situation. I don't know. It just doesn't seem smart, but men gonna do what they want to do, right? But I'm just like, I don't know how this is gonna work because you can't communicate with Hazel. Hazel can't communicate with you. She's gonna bring her son, who she can only communicate with, and if your daughter is living with you, she's gonna have to care for your child. You as an American, who you and your daughter speak the same language, you can't properly communicate with her, but you want Hazel to do that as well for the time that she's with you. I don't know. It just seems like a very complicated and confusing household, and it seems like it's going to be really, really tough when you get down to the nitty gritty. Right now, they're trying to make this whole thing about the throuple, but I'm more concerned about that daughter who's autistic, who's going to be living in a situation that we don't know if it will if it will positively or negatively affect her and affect her growth. So that's my concern with that situation. That being said, I still really like this couple. I still really enjoy the both of them. You know what I also enjoy? How the immigrant partners are never impressed with how the Americans live. I love how Hazel came into the home and she was just like, oh, it's dirty. Listen, these foreign women are like, these American men live like dogs. She was looking around and she was just like, so did you leave your house dirty like that because you want me to come and clean it? Tyreek was like, we have a different understanding of dirt or filthiness. So I was like, oh, no, we don't. No. I'm Team Hazel. I'm Team Hazel. You could have cleaned that up before she came home, but I think for Tariq, that the home looked like for him it looked like it was clean, but not for Hazel. She came in and she just another person who did not want to put their stuff down. It's dirty. Mm. They said you American men think y'all doing something. This is poverty for me. This is filthy. Yes, Hazel. I do. The only thing I want to say about Hazel is she never seen a dishwasher, right? And she doesn't know how to use it. But she says something and I laugh because I'm like, girl, you say that now. You say that now. She was just like, oh, I'm not going to use the dishwasher because I think I know that I could clean it with my hands and I could clean it better. Sweetie, we've all said that. You're not the first woman to say, "Ah, I'm just going to clean the dishes myself because the dishwasher will never get the dishes clean as clean as if I do it with my hands." So, dishwasher, smishwasher. You're right. You say that now. That dishwasher is going to become your best friend, beloved. You're going to be all over that dishwasher. You're going to be like, me? Wash a dish? Ha! Please put it in a dishwasher. You say that now, Hazel. We've all been there. We've all been there. Other than that, I like this couple. Like I said before, I'm just concerned about the baby. I'm not sure if this environment is good for her. Just based off of what Tyreek said, I'm concerned. I really am concerned. But glad that Hazel is here in the U.S. Glad that she's going to give Tyreek's home uh, um, a much needed woman's touch. I just hope this situation, especially when they bring in another woman, I just hope this situation is still a good situation for Tyreek's daughter. Who that's my concern in this. Let's move on to the newest couple, Andrew and Amira. Weird, weird. The both of them are weird. I can't put my finger on all of the weirdness, but there's something with this couple, and I'm like, weird, weird. So when we meet Andrew, I will say they started off his our introduction into meeting him really weird because I was just like, oh my gosh, what is this man about to do? What is this man about to do? So we see him like getting ready, and we think that I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if I was thinking he's about to go to a park and fight grown men in costumes. I didn't know what was about to happen, but I will tell you. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I never in 1,000 years thought that he was going to run in that room and tell us that he's a daycare worker. Y'all lying if y'all expected that. You guys are lying if you expected that. When that can I be wrong? That big man, that big grown man ran in that room and said, "I'm a daycare worker." I was like, what? I was expecting him to say, "I work at Disney." Daycare worker. It was cute. It was just very unexpected for me. Very, very unexpected. It was adorable, right? I had never seen a man work at a daycare center. Um, yeah, I've just never seen it. I've just never seen it. I've never seen it. I love that he said that he loves his work, and the reason why it's so important to him is because he wants to give these kids or show the kids a positive male figure. That I could get on board with. I was still just like, I would have never imagined this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a man working at a daycare center, right? Follow me. Follow me. Andrew is working at the daycare center with his mother. Um, the way he was explaining it, I was just like, I know daycare centers. My mom had a daycare center back in the day in our home. This is his mother's daycare center, right? Her name is on the lease or the mortgage or whatever of this home where she has. I think if she has a daycare center in her living room, come on, we know what this is. She got a daycare center in her living room. So this is obviously a home that she owns or that, she pays a mortgage on, and, she has a business. This is her real business that she certified. Um, she has the certification and everything to run this business in her home, because if she didn't, I don't think she would put it on TV, right? So Andrew is one of the workers. I think it's just him and his mom. They run this daycare center in her living room. Hood. Hood. It is what it is, right? Um, why this gives me so much pause is that Andrew is a daycare worker, right? He's not like a daycare worker at a daycare center. He's a daycare worker at his mother's daycare. When we saw him, he was taking care of about 6 kids. He was watching something on TV. All them kids were laying on the couch, about 6 of them, in his mother's living room that is also used as a daycare. Andrew wants a wife on a daycare worker's salary. This is what gave me pause. It's like, yes, this is the first time that I've seen a man, work in a daycare. First time I've seen it, but you're not working at a daycare center. You're working at your mother's daycare in her living room. How you want a wife? Listen, maybe I'm wrong. I didn't know that daycare workers who work at a local home daycare center was making money like this. I'm like, you want a wife on a daycare worker salary? Unless y'all making bank and I ain't know about it, I'm confused. Now, if y'all making a good 100 to 250K a year, okay. But from what I know, Andrew ain't bringing in no kind of money. No kind. How you want a wife? You take care of 6 kids. Part-time with your mama. Where's the provision coming from? Because it don't seem like you come from money. Is this your only job? Like, there needs to be more. I need more information. Is this his only job, right? Or does he have another job? Did his dad leave him a lump sum of money if he's no longer, alive? Does he make a lot of money maybe being a gamer or cosplaying? Where does he live? Because if he lives in his mama house / daycare, Amira, stay in France. Stay in France, girl. This is not a situation you want to be in. No. I was feeling for Amira. I was just like, oh my God, does she know that she's coming home to a daycare center? Because Andrew lived with his mama, guys. Andrew lives with his mama. He seemed like the type. Andrew lives in that daycare center. Does Amira know that she's going to be living in the daycare center? You American men ain't right. You're not right. Can you imagine? Every day you wake up, it's a daycare. You got to step over 9 children just to go to the fridge to get something to drink. And your man is sitting in the living room dressed like Jon Snow. Child! Oh, Amira. Oh, Amira. So anyway, Andrew and Amira are meeting in Mexico because the travel ban, they're filming like real time, right? So the travel ban is currently happening, and because of the coronavirus, she cannot travel to America, but she just got her visa and she has 5 months to use it. So they don't want to wait because America, we don't know when this pandemic is going to be over, right? So they still want to meet each other. And Andrew found the loophole that if you go to Mexico, you can enter the US from Mexico, but you can't enter the US from anywhere else. I think Mexico and Canada were the only borders open to us, right? So the loophole is they're going to go to Mexico, quarantine together for 14 days, and then enter into the US. I don't see a problem with that, right? Here's my problem. Andrew's mama and his sister. Let's start with his mama. She has a problem with him traveling to Mexico because of the coronavirus, and she's really concerned about her son getting COVID because of how, because she didn't say it, right? Her and the sister didn't say it. The way they were talking about Mexico was just like, oh my gosh, you're going to Mexico, the coronavirus, you're going to get it. You're going to get it because it's poor and people are, the dirty brown people. That's what I was getting from this conversation. He keeps on he's going to go to Mexico. Excuse me? Mexico is safer than the United States. We have more cases than anywhere else in the world, honey. We're unsafe, not Mexico. Him and Amira are better off staying in Mexico, not coming to America. It's more chances that the both of them can die here than in Mexico. So that was my issue. The way the mother and the sister were making Mexico seem like such a bad place when America is like ground zero. Okay? We're the infection. Everywhere else is safe. But here, look in your own backyard, honey. Mexico is safer. Let's get to the sister who I felt for, because I got it, right? I get that this is your first child and you want, it seems like her only sibling there at your baby shower, but unfortunately, he has to miss her baby shower because he's going to be quarantined in Mexico. My issue with the sister, because I understood, I would feel some sort of way too, right? But her reasoning just did, it made not a lick of sense, right? She's saying, oh, well, you're going to be with her in Mexico and it's not safe there because of the coronavirus. And I'm like, you're sitting here good and pregnant, talking to your brother in America, the worst place to be right now concerning the pandemic and COVID. You're talking to him at a restaurant, wait, good and pregnant, at a restaurant without a mask, and you're talking about how dangerous Mexico is due to COVID. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? The fact that you fixed your lips to make that comment, I was like, oh, girl, this is going to backfire. Like, girl, are you kidding me? You're sitting at a restaurant, no mask, and you're pregnant, and you're telling your brother how dangerous Mexico is. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. I was riding with her until she pulled that stuff about Mexico. I'm like, you're not doing anything to stay safe. And also, dummy, you're having a baby shower. You're having a baby shower with guests. And you're mad that one of your guests cannot make your baby shower. You're having a baby shower in a pandemic. Idiot. Idiot. And this idiot created a life and will raise a child. But Mexico isn't safe. Okay. Mexico. Okay. Anyway, so Andrew's fiance is Amira, who is a beautiful Egyptian and French woman. Well, she said that I'm Egyptian and French. What the hell does that mean? Egyptian and what? Like I'm Egyptian and French. Does that mean that your mama white? I think when people use the culture or like, what is it? Is it nationality? Or I think when they use like nationality instead of like race, are they saying white? Because I didn't understand. She was like, I'm Egyptian and French. I was like, well, what kind of French are you? Are you Senegalese French? Are you like Spaniard? Like, what is it? What part of French? Like, what? I think she meant white. I think she meant that her mama is white, right? I didn't understand that. I did not get it. Like people, like when people say, "Oh, I'm, I'm what?" I think you can say Sweden, and everybody just assumes white, right? But like when places have like diverse cultures, you got to pick one of them, right? When you describe your breakdown. Because I've heard people say, oh, let me see. I'm trying to find, I'm Chinese, Chinese and American. Black American, Mexican American. Like, what is it? You can't just throw out like a whole country and not give us the other specific that matters. I don't know. So I think she meant that her mom is white. I don't know. Her mom is either white, her mom is black. I don't know. But she said Egyptian and French. We're gonna go with it, whatever that means. Whatever that means, because clearly the daddy is Egyptian. I don't know what mama is. We have no idea. Just know mama is French. Oh, you know what? That might just be America that does that then. That might be an American thing. Do you guys just call yourself like French and you don't put like Afro before it or something like that? Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's just American. Forgive me for my ignorance. That might just be how we describe over here, because one thing about America, we love our segregation. Don't get it twisted. But, listen, it is really important to do that, though, because you can't just call me American, right? I'm not American. I'm African American or Black American. My, older generations, African American. I'm Black American. Totally different experience, totally different America. So you just have to be very careful with what you call, Americans. Only the white people say, oh, I'm American. No. The people of color, we let you know what we are, because we have to put that out there so you know that the America you talking about ain't my America, baby. I don't live in the same America. So when you're trashing Americans, I'm right there with you, because I know which ones you're talking about. You're not talking about me. I live in a totally different America. So when you speak of America, you speak of me, you got to speak of Black America, because my experience in America is not going to be the same as another American that don't look like me. So maybe that's just an American thing, but that's why we have certain descriptors, because we all don't live in the same America. So maybe she's just French, but she said French and Egyptian. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. But if anybody is watching me from France, let a sister know after I do this review what that breakdown is, and if what Amira said was real, or if she was just being real vague about her mama. So we meet Amira. We meet America. We meet America. What I do want to say is this. When I saw her and I saw him, right? I didn't think that they worked together. I didn't think that they really matched up. Then when we met Amira, I said, oh, okay. This couple is equally yoked in weirdness. Both of them are just very odd people. And I think that's the thing that draws them together, is their oddness. Because Amira is very odd. Very, very, I can't put my finger on it yet, but it's something like where I feel like her and Andrew live on the same planet. You know what I mean? She's very like not here, and not in a bad way, but it's just like, oh, okay. So you're different. I don't know how to explain it, but just watching Amira, I'm like, what's going on? It's something going on in there. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Because I'm trying to say this, but not being ignorant. But let me just be honest with you guys, and let me know at the end if this is ignorant or not. I don't know everything about the French accent, right? I do not know. I actually think it's beautiful. And I'm not just basing this off of movies and TV shows, right? I actually have heard, French people speak, like, actual French people, not like movies, like not like how we romanticize the accent in films and TV shows. I've never heard Amira's French accent. I don't know what region it's from. I can't put my finger on it, but I just have to be very honest. This is my YouTube channel. I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil. I don't know how long I can deal with that accent. Oh, I feel bad. I'm so sorry, Amira, but ooh, that accent, girl, where is that from? Where is it from? I just don't know how long how long I can, be tuned into this relationship. If this is the accent I'm going to be dealing with, I feel bad. I'm so sorry, but it's like, oh, Amira, I'm so sorry, but her French accent to me, the best way I can explain it, it's like it's a French accent if the French person was being kicked out of a plane. It's the best way I can describe it. What did she say? She said, as wait, what did she say? Ask any woman to pack her bags and put it in a suitcase, and it's impossible. It's so weird. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's like if you're getting kicked out of a plane or like punched in the chest, like something happens, or maybe she holds her breath too long that her words just it can't like she's like rushing to get them out of her body. I've never heard this accent before. It's so odd. Amira, it's so odd. It's like I see you in 2 days. Is it Borat? Like, what is it? And I'm like, oh no, yo, I don't know if I could be checked in for this relationship dealing with this accent. No, 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 my father, he doesn't know that. He just been like at the top. What is that? Is that where is she from? Like, is that like a different region? Or does she have a French accent and she's trying to like make it sexy? I don't know what she's doing, but I was like, ugh, oh, girl. Mm-mm. My father doesn't like intro because he doesn't treat me that. I'm so sorry, Amira. I'm so sorry. I like you as a person. It's just that was whew, whew. I'm sorry, girl. Oh Lord, I feel so bad, but I had to be honest. What is it? Because when you see her, you do not think that's going to come out of her mouth. I am a French woman now, and I live on the France, and we are going to go the Yes, nah. It just starts here, and then it goes up, and it stays there. Anyway, yeah, y'all, how many episodes I got to deal with this accent? Ooh, whew, it's just whew, distinct. Anyway, so after these shady producers introduce us to Amira because we get the accent right away and we get the lipstick on the teeth. That lipstick has never left her teeth. Ain't no producer tell her about it. It is what it is. From the minute I saw that, I said, oh, I know how this relationship is going to get covered. I'm here for it. So Andrew's family doesn't really trust Amira. The sister called her superficial. I think she's just odd. That's what I think it is. I think she's just like again, I think her and Andrew are good for each other because I think they are on the same planet. Nothing wrong with that. I live on a planet of glitter and sparkle. Nothing wrong with like living on a different planet than everybody else. I don't I'm not using that as a way to like other them, but I think that's where they are that's where this couple connects. They connects in their oddness, right? Here's where I'm confused. Because Amira sits down with her father, and when Amira talked about this situation to us, the viewers, she told us that she just got her visa, but it expires in 5 months. So her and Andrew have to see each other to see if this 90-day, if to do the 90 days to see if this relationship is going to work, right? But then she sits down with her father and she tells him all of this stuff about Andrew, about how basically he's kind of abusive. You know what I mean? How he doesn't he told her that like that he's verbally abusive in my opinion from what she said, that he told her that if she doesn't come, he'll resent her for the rest of his life, and he's basically forcing her to go, and she doesn't want to go because she's scared of COVID, and America's terrible with COVID, so she's afraid to get it. True. And that she feels like she has to prove herself to him and prove her love to him, and that and that she feels like she has to go, like he's forcing her to go because he sends her money and takes care of her. How? Off of that daycare worker salary? Really? I am so confused. Daycare workers are making bank like that? Not like daycare workers who like own the center, own and run a daycare center. I'm talking about the ones babysitting kids in their home. Because I've seen a lot of y'all on Judge Judy suing for your money. And y'all be suing for like $250. And that's like for the whole month. So I'm like, I don't really see that being a lot of money for the daycare workers that babysit in their living room. Nothing wrong with it. My mom had one. But she wasn't making a lot of money, so she quit that, although she loved them kids. But she quit the daycare center or like ended it in our home because she just wasn't making a lot of money. So I'm like, what money is he sending her? This story took a turn, right? This couple, their relationship took a turn immediately, and we got no information of how they got there. Now, maybe they'll explain it for the rest of the season, but we have no idea how Andrew is going to be able to support himself and Amira. We don't know where he actually lives because he didn't say that he lives in his mama's house. I'm assuming. I think I'm right. You know what I mean? Now, all of a sudden, this guy that we met, the one that was dressed like Jon Snow and reading them story times to them kids, now all of a sudden, this dude is verbally and mentally abusive. How did we get here? We're missing so much because Amira didn't say that, but she said it to her dad when she was sitting down with him. He sends me all of this money, so I feel like I have to go there and be with him. I'm like, what? Is that true? I don't know. This couple confuses me. They confuse me. So I don't know if this is like a good couple or a bad couple. I don't know. I don't know if I like Andrew or I don't like him. I don't know if I like Amira or if I don't like Amira. The only thing I'm really set on is that accent. Is that real? I've never heard that. I've never heard any kind of accent like that. It was giving me a little bit of Borat. Just a bit, but my father, he doesn't like a nickel. What is that? Oh my gosh, Andrew's mama and Amira. Whoo! You're gonna drive her nuts. You are going to drive her nuts. Anyway, basically, Amira's father is not a fan of Andrew. How could he be after what Amira has told him? And what she has been telling him, it seems like she has told him a lot of negative things about her relationship. Not saying that they're not true or that what she's doing is wrong, but the dad does not like Andrew. And I don't even know if she has his blessing to be in this relationship. That's where it ends. Like I said, this relationship took a turn. There's a lot of information that we still need that I just don't know if we're going to get it. Very weird to me. Very weird to me what's going on here. I hope we get some closure by the end of this and we can really figure out what's going on. If not, it is what it is. Anyway, if you were just here for the review, beloveds, it ends right now. Now let's get into the chit chatter. Black Lavender said, just throw the accent in the dumpster. It was so high pitched. Listen, guys, I just was not expecting that accent. Not at all. Adriana Love said, even French from different countries still sound French. I guess she just has a unique accent. Okay. I hate to say that I don't like it. I will say it's not that I do not like Amira's accent. It's that at points her accent aggravates my ears. Not me personally. It's put it on my ears. Thank you. Me Shannon said, how is he taking care of her? France ain't cheap. He on a daycare worker salary. Who knew? Who knew? Everybody is forcing their kids to become doctors and lawyers. Y'all need to be forcing us to become daycare workers. Yes, Coos Girlie. She said that she feels like she has to go because he gives her money. What money? Crystal said these days daycares are super expensive, so I'm sure the folks in the home daycare are getting more than they used to. Are they getting as much as like daycare centers? Like actual daycare centers that have a location, not a living room. Because I feel like they can charge a lot of money. But I'm just, from what I saw, it don't seem like they making bank, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Oh, Marianne, absolutely. Marianne said, who is bringing their kids to other people's houses for daycare and during the pandemic? Very true. Me either, Crystal. But again, Crystal said, I smell production. I smell a production move when she was talking about him to her dad. I wasn't getting those vibes from Andrew. Listen, I wasn't getting those vibes from him as well, but that don't mean that he's not doing what she says that he's doing. You know, that's what I'm saying. I need more information. I need more information. I don't know if I like this couple or not. I don't. It's way too much missing for me to make a conscious decision. Jen said someone on Twitter said that. Jen said someone on Twitter said that man is not a daycare worker. Those are his sister's kids pretending for the camera. Well, didn't the sister act like this was her first baby? Right? She was just like, this may be my only baby shower. Something is not adding up with this couple. Black Lavender, Yara was so serious. She does not want to get married in a trailer park. What? I love Yara, but I'm like, Yara, I don't think, does his mom? I don't think his mom lives in the trailer park. Or she might live in those like remodeled, like those like upscale trailer parks. Maybe that's what she's doing. It's Kima. You think that's a legit French accent? There is I forgot her name, but there is this French artist. Um, I think she's doing like rap and singing. She has the most beautiful French accent I've ever heard. It's so soulful and beautiful. But she's also Senegalese, so it's like more of her accent on top of a French accent. She gorgeous, gorgeous. But I've just never heard that. My father, he do what it's very excessive. I've never heard that kind of accent before. Oh yes, Dewey. Dewey said this storyline seems scary to me because the previews show her in the detention center. I forgot about that. Damn it. Because you know what? Although we don't know if her mother is white, she just said French. She looks like her dad. Like Amira is very ethnic. You know what I mean? Very not a Caucasian passing at all. So yeah, they probably might have. Yeah, they probably kept her in there for a bit. Really? It's Kima said yes. A daycare in the home is at least 500 per child minimum per week. Get on my calculator. That's the minimum what's the max that you can charge? Before I do all my calculations, what's the max that you can charge per kid for an in-home daycare center? Because I might change careers. I can watch your kid for $1,000 a week. Did you say a week? It's Kiva. Give me them numbers. Give me them numbers. Oh yeah, I need to figure that out. Because I like kids. Child, I would dress them kids up, take them to a park, and just let them run. Let them run. Then take a little nap. Then you pick your kid up and they're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, well fed, because I can cook too. Look at me. Look at me about to start my daycare center. Ah! Hey, Soprano too. Oh, Violetta said, OMG, it's a baby shower. Was that the baby shower? You know what? They do be filming out of order. They do film this show out of order. So maybe that was actually the baby shower. Something ain't adding up with Andrew and Amira. Coos Girly said Andrew might be a low-key cult. I can see it. Yeah, you know what, Crystal? Even when we were in the thick of COVID, people still weren't wearing masks. People still were not wearing masks. Yeah, Janice, maybe she doesn't, maybe Yara doesn't know what a trailer park looks like. Because I was like, are you calling this lady's home a trailer? Yara! Miss Gigi88 said maybe the grandparents live in a trailer park and the mom kept saying the grandparents want to be there. Huh, maybe. That's a French accent, me, Shannon. Oh, I'm sorry, France. I'm sorry, France. Aya Nakamura. Let me check me, Shannon. Oh no, I don't know who this is, but she's gorgeous. Oh, she sings? Oh, I'll look her up, but this is not who I'm talking about. This is not who I'm talking about. But I'll look up Aya. It's really like that, but it goes up like that. Because that's what Amira was doing. It was my dad's, he does not like a magina bucket. Every sentence. Well, that's a lot to deal with. That cannot be the French accent. If Amira got stuck in Mexico, girl, you're better off. I would stay in Mexico. Ciao. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, Debbie. Debbie H said, I think Amira's accent is French with a touch of Egyptian, but her tone when she's excited is irritating. Maybe that's it. I don't think it's her accent. I think it may be her tone. That may be what it is. Kayla, listen, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Girl, if I could get even seven, if I could get like 700 to 800 per child, Kayla, where you live? I'm gonna need some help at my daycare center. $800 a kid, baby, baby. Oh, I'm cleaning up. It's Kima said, I've heard up to 900 for in-home, but this is New York City. I heard that California is just as expensive. How much could I be making a month? What's the maximum amount of kids that I could watch for a day? Could I do four? You know what? I want to get this money. Let me do 8 kids at $900. That's $7,200 a week. That's $7,200 a week. Nikki Star's Family Fun Daycare Center. No, I'll open up at 7 a.m. Oh, wait, how long can I watch 8 kids? We're trying to get this money, Nikki. Okay. Nikki Star's Family Fun Daycare Center. I'll watch the kids from 7 to 7. We will feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks. If you do not pick your child up after 7, unfortunately, because I live in California, I charge 1,000 every half an hour. It'll be worth it. We are going to feed your kids the best of the best. Our food here is organic, and it is made with love. I will have the kids watch instructional YouTube videos. By the time they leave my daycare center, they will learn how to contour properly. They will also learn how to sew in a weave, and they will also learn how to pattern make a coat. Here at Nikki Star TV Family Fun Center, Family Fun Daycare Center, we are going to make sure that your kid is well equipped to not only help you in the home, but be a better center. Please hit me up at Nikki Nicole Star on Instagram if you would like me to watch your child. Just know that if your child has silver teeth, I'm going to have to charge an extra $1,000 because those kids are normally biters. Bam! Bam! Let's go. Let's go. Andrew and his mama ain't going to be the only people getting that money. The devil is a liar. Let's all get some coin. Let's all get some coin. Child. $900 a kid. $900 a child. Baby. I'll watch your problematic kid. Just let me know if he's allergic to Benadryl. If that baby is problematic, I'm gonna give him some Benadryl, mama. Just know if you can't deal with him, what makes you think I'm gonna be able to deal with him? For $900, I'll watch him with some Benadryl in his system. Child Benadryl, child. We ain't gonna give them the adult just yet. Only if they're 9. If they're 9, they're getting adult Benadryl. $900. Oh, you're making bank. Oh, y'all holding out because y'all don't want nobody else to know. Oh, bring your babies to me. Then some parents get, Black Lavender said, then some parents get government vouchers for their kids to go to daycare, and the daycare gets, I gotta tell my mama. I got to tell my mama. Debbie H said, my assistant was paying $400 per kid per week for her twins a few years ago to go to a home-based daycare. I know. LS said, I paid $200 a week per kid in DC, but that was 10 years ago. Maybe I need to switch careers too. Listen, who want to work at Nikki Star TV Family Fun Daycare Center? Come on, let's get this money. Let's get this money. Hey, the way of Dom, happy to have you. Oh my God, that is some good coin. In New York, and I'm right in Cali. I'm right in Cali. You know, when I used to teach musical theater to rich kids in Studio City, and one of the parents, his son loved me, right? But he didn't like anybody else. He didn't like any other teacher. He loved me, of course. His dad, I met with his father at the end of the year to just tell him what his kid needed to work on or whatever. And his father was like, my son does not like anybody. It's so hard for me to get him to go to stuff like this because he's just very untrustworthy of, like, you know, anybody else is not me and his mom. And he was like, I was having a really hard time because he doesn't like his nanny. He was like, but he's like, when I pick him up, he talks about you. He talks about you all day. He just loves you. And the kid was just a good little kid. And he was just like, he's never been this receptive to anyone. And then he was just like, do you nanny? And I felt insulted, right? I was like, no, I don't nanny. I'm an actress, sir. I came here to pursue my craft. So I don't watch kids. I'm not a nanny. I'm an actress. Guys, cut to like a year later. I'm reading The Trades, which is basically like, you know, all the stuff that's happening in the entertainment industry. And there was a huge article about that kid's father who wanted me to be his nanny. He had just signed this huge deal with Universal to create like 6 shows. And that year, he had won like a bunch of Emmys for like writing and show creating. And let me tell you something. The way I beat myself up, I should have been watching that damn kid. I should have been watching that freaking rich kid because I didn't know who his parents were. I didn't know like that they were wealthy. I had no idea. Do you know where I would be right now had I watched that freaking wealthy child? Oh, but I was so young and so like, I'm an actress. How dare you? Had that opportunity happen to me today, baby. And they live in Beverly Hills because I researched that whole family. When I saw that picture of him, I was like, oh, what is he doing in here? And I was like, oh, that's who he is. Oh, Nikki. I'm not going to tell you who the guy is, but guys, every freaking hit show on TV he's created. The opportunity was there. It was right there in front of me. My pride got in the way. But I never forget that moment. I was like, damn. And then how much money would I have been making without being a nanny? Because he lives in like the Beverly Hills that you can't drive in. Like that's the Beverly Hills that he lives in, like the gated Beverly Hills. If you're living in the gated part of Beverly Hills, you don't have money. You have wealth. You have wealth. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Ciao. Never forgave myself. I Am Also Productions. This show is getting better. You should check it out. It's getting better. The first episode, I was like, this episode is good. It's going to get even better because we have a real funny sugar mama on this show. We're going to be introduced to her next week. Oh my God. I Am Also Production said, y'all reminded me that I have to marry rich because that's expensive for some daycare. Girl, we all got to marry rich. It's keeping that French accent sound aggressive. Child, I wonder what we sound like to French people. You know what? Not just French people, like the European countries, we sound, well, not we, white Americans sound Southern to them. Because every time you ask them to do like a American accent, it's always like John Wayne or like a cowboy. Well, I can tell you, oh, darn it, Kentucky. I'm like, who the hell is that? Who are you referencing? Yeah, poor Amira. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot that she gets stuck in a detention center. But for how long? How long? That is crazy. Marianne Reese said, yeah, that's cold. That's what I got. You got cold? I hope not. Oh, Sly Cat, that could be it as well. Sly Cat said that Yara basically said trailer park to imply rundown, trashy or poor looking. I wonder what what Yara's neighborhood looks like. Okay, thank you, Soprano 2. Soprano 2 said if you do 8 kids, do pre-K, not lower. Me Shannon said the maximum amount of kids I could be around for 5 days a week is 0. Oh, I'm building my daycare. I'm building my daycare. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If I could get $800 per child, baby, every half hour after 7. So just know you already signed the contract. I do not want to sue you. If you cannot pick up your kid at 7, $1,000 every half an hour. It is what it is. It is what it is. All organic. All organic. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, yes. Your kids, when you come to pick up your kids, they were like, hey, mama, come on in the room. I'm going to have them babies working on production. I want to say, listen, They learned how to put together a set. I'm going to have them working on my lighting. Ciao. But Miss Nikki Star TV is thirsty. Somebody has to come get me a drink. Thank you, little Shanae. Putting your babies to work. Where's Miss Nikki Star's lip gloss? Thank you, Aaron. Such a good job. I love the makeup that you did for me today. Good job, champ. Did you have your PB&J? Alrighty. Have a seat. LS said, so Sean and Destiny's kids wouldn't be welcome. If they have silver teeth, I'm charging $1,000. Extra 1,000 for them silver teeth babies. Oh, Selena said there are rules about the ratio of adults to kids in daycare. I think one adult can watch the maximum 6 toddlers. To watch 8, you need another adult. My mother, they'll love her. Oh, all she'll do is take them kids back and forth to Costco. Your kids will learn how to also shop in bulk at Nikki Star TV. I'll be like, Mom, I have to film a live. Can you take the kids to Costco? Thanks. I am also production said those kids are going to be making wigs. Next thing you know, they're going to be selling wigs too. Listen, I'm teaching your kids how to be an entrepreneur. Okay? So when you get old and die, they're going to have money to bury you. They won't be GoFunding your funeral on Facebook. Stop by here. Let me teach your kids a thing or two. Man, I should have watched that guy. I should have watched that child. Where would I be if I say yes to being that kid's nanny? Where would I be? You're right, Adriana. LS said, don't feel bad. He would have pigeonholed you into a nanny role. Or I would have been the next wife. Or I would have been the next wife. Adriana Love says you follow your instincts. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Estamia Vita 2011 said, I know a woman who nannies and she has toured all of Europe with that family. Why? Well, I have toured my fridge. She met her wealthy husband on one of those trips. Stay woke, Nikki. I currently have a friend who is a nanny as well. She's a nanny to a celebrity and her kids. And when I tell you, she's always like, this is the thing though. She travels all over, but she hates it because she came out here to be an actress. But the money that she makes from nannying is so good, but all of her time is really spent watching them kids. But like sometimes there's like great perks. She used to travel all over the world. The last trip that she did before COVID was in Mykonos, and she had like 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off because the lady was actually filming a movie there. And when she wasn't filming, you know, she was there spending all the time with her husband and her kids. So she was literally just there when the wife wasn't, and sometimes just to help out when the wife gets the actress gets overwhelmed. But she was just like, I'm going to have like 2 weeks off and make it else, and I'm going to travel and do all of this. So she has her time where she can, you know, really experience the good stuff. But that's not what she moved out to LA for. So she's kind of miserable, but like living the good life. Like she wants to leave the job, but to leave that, to stop making that kind of money to, you know, take something that will not give her close to what she was making. That's a hard decision to make. That's a hard decision to make. Chris S said, I'll teach sewing. Great. We got 2 workers now at Nikki Star TV. Oh, LS said the military also helped me with $400 a month in daycare vouchers. Might be more now. Oh, that's great. Violetta, that's how I learned about Benadryl. When I went on a family vacation, my cousin, um, before we got on the plane, she took out some children's Benadryl and she lined her kids up. And everybody had their tongue out. She's like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And I was like, are they sick? She says, no, I was just, I can't do all of them kids on a plane. And I was like, well, what happened? She was like, oh, nothing. They just, it just knocks them out. And I was like, shocked. I was like, oh my God, you're knocking your kids out. She was like, Nikki, 4 kids on a plane. I can't do it. Because they were all really young as well. Look at me trying to give her excuses. And she's like, yeah, it was, they're all really young. And I was just like, oh my gosh, right? So my mom was actually sitting on the road with one of her sons. And she was just like, tell her, I'm not gonna say her name. She said, tell her to come and get this baby before the flight attendant come by here again and look at him and think I did something to him and I get off this plane and I get locked up because he was knocked out. He went from just like running around, like running up and down the aisle, getting on everybody's nerves. But he's a kid, right? To like playing and talking loudly. He's a kid, he's a very small child. He doesn't really know manners yet. You know what I mean? So I get wanting to give him a little Benadryl, but baby, he went from this active kid to like when she went to pick him up, he could not keep his head up. It was like, I was like, oh my gosh, girl, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. But that's where I learned about it. And when it was time to leave, she lined them up for their Benadryl again. She's like, I'm not dealing with 4 kids on a plane, Nikki. I was just like, are you serious? Them babies. Wrong. Wrong. But that's where I learned about the children's Benadryl. I did miss a blessing. How, child. It is what it is. I am awesome production said, damn, you should have at least stayed in touch. I know. I used to watch all. I'm telling you, the kids. There's only one parent that I'm gonna tell you about that I taught their children. Not He was one of the lead singers of Kiss, and his son. I felt so bad for this kid because he was like, he comes from uber wealth, right? So he doesn't know how to be a kid. He doesn't know how to talk to adults and like be a child because his parents have him in a place where he is just, this kind of rich kid. So he's calling you, there's no miss, right? He's calling you by your first name. He's addressing you a certain way. But he didn't do that with me because I didn't play that with him, right? So he called every other teacher, hey, Amy, hey, Randy, and all of that. He called them by their first name. But me, I was Miss Star. Like I didn't play that with him, right? And I think because maybe that's what it was with me with the other kids, because I didn't play them games with them. They all just loved me, but this kid loved me as well, right? And he would only give me the best, and he would not do that with the other teachers. So when it was time for him to perform, I had to like be there, because if I was not there, he wouldn't give it. He would not give it if I was not there. And like they did not understand. So one of the teachers tried to make it seem like, oh, it's because you're black and black people are cool. And I was like, no, it's because I don't play with them kids. Y'all play with them because their parents are wealthy and they have, positions and power in the industry. No, you a child. You a child, and you're gonna stay in the child's place. But I also had like compassion and love for them. And I think the other teachers, it was very obvious that they wanted something from them. And so the kids would treat them a certain way because they think that just because these are children, that they don't know that you are using them. And the kids were always so aware of what teacher was trying to get something out of them. So they would treat them accordingly, and the teacher would take it. Not Miss Star, not Miss Star. One time I got in trouble, right? Because like before we would get into the classes, before we would get into like the musical theater part of it, I would teach them warm-ups. One of the warm-ups was, first of all the warm-ups were Jay-Z and Beyonce. But one of the warm-ups was let me see if I have the song. Hold up. Let me see if I have. Darn it. Do I have it? Because I was going to play it for you guys. Where is it? I'm only going to play 30 seconds of it. Let me tell you something. I had them little rich white kids. I had them little rich white kids lined up in the classroom, starting off. See, my days are cold without you. Like it wasn't a bad song, you know what I mean? Like they didn't really know the words, but I felt like it was like one of like the really good warm up songs because they were able because they didn't know the song and they would see my reaction. They would just have a really good time with it. But one of the teachers, haters, came by and she was just like, you know, they can listen to that song. We have to keep it, you know, the musical theater kids songs. We have to stay in that range. Baby, as soon as they left, it was Ashanti, sometimes Adina Howard. Listen, we had Fiancé. You ready? Ciao. Whoo. Well, one of the kids was singing. Oh, wait, I got a super chat. I got a super chat from C. Cruz. Hey, girl. She said, you are amazing. Thank you, C. Cruz. But I got in trouble because one of the kids was singing Lift Off. Lift Off by Jay-Z and Kanye West and Beyonce. Because that was one of my favorite songs. And one of them was like singing it. And mom was, when she picked him up, she's like, what song are you singing? What song is that? And I acted like I did not hear her. I was just shuffling papers. It's like, what song are you singing, honey? What song is that? Oh my God, he just loves this song. I wonder what song is he singing? And I'm like, I have no idea. Oh, child, that was good times. I love them kids. I love them kids. I wish you guys could see it. See, my days are cold without you, and I'm hurting. I should have taped it. Oh. I wonder which one of them today love like R&B and like rap because of me. Oh. Shantina said, not to change the subject, but Dean was let go from Pillow Talk. Oh, because of his comments about Tim. Oh, y'all told me about that. And the rumor was he was upset because Tyreek was going to continue filming without him. Oh, darn it. So that's why he got removed from the other way? Because I felt like they were filming with him because he was in the promo. Oh yeah, Janice. My mom was like, tell her to get this baby. She was just like, boy, look like I did something to this child. He could not keep his head up. Oh my God, Dee Dee said, gotta slip a little melatonin gummy in their snack pack. You moms are wrong. Coos Girlie said, 4 kids on a plane is a lot. I don't blame your cousin. Oh gosh. Miss Gigi88 said, I learned about children's Benadryl when my sister-in-law would give it to her kids. I'm telling you, them mothers will give them kids some children's Benadryl. She said when she would give it to her kids when they were younger, I had no kids at the time. And I was like, oh my God, is that safe? Me too. I am also with, oh, Aliyah W said, I used to work for the Boys and Girls Club and I would teach my kids to question authority. Come on. Oh. Oh, I am Awesome Productions. You're right. She said, you think kids like Northwest and Blue ain't looking at their teacher sideways because they know who are sucking up to them? You're right. Y'all know, I told y'all this a while ago, but I stopped saying it because, you know, the channel was growing. But I used to teach Akal's daughter. She was in a class. What's her name? Yeah, Kyla Mauricio's kid. Her. She used to. There is. Y'all remember the black guy who used to nanny her? He's now a host on E. He always brought her late. She always came to class late, but she always came to class laced in Gucci. That baby used to walk in with like a fur coat, a Prada bag, and some Gucci boots. And she would walk in with these little cute shades. And she would walk in late. And I'd be like, put that purse down, take off that fur, and let's get in line because you're late to rehearsal. She would walk in like, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Star. Or a purse. Wait, let me get my purse. So this is how Kyle's daughter used to walk into my class. Hold on. Her purse. Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm late, Miss Star. I would like take all that stuff off and get in line because you're late. Oh, sorry, sorry. And she would try to scoot to the front. I would be like, no, you're late. You're late. You have to go to the back. Oh, really? Oh my, no, it was my Manny. No, he was. No, he was late. Miss Star, Miss Star, really? I have to go to the back of the. Real. Excuse me. Excuse me. That girl was like 6. I would be like, listen, I even told him, the black guy who was her manny back in the day, I told him, I said, you gotta stop sending her there with these Gucci boots. She looks cute, but she needs dance shoes. She is not showing up in the right attire. What are we using that for? Oh, for the cookies? Oh, we don't have aluminum foil. Okay, use that. But that's my
parchment paper.
yeah, fine parts because that's my Christmas stuff.
Can I use it?
You can use it, but you got to be careful because that's my Williams Sonoma, Lauren.
Well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I just want you to be very careful
quality,
with it.
It'll show.
Lauren! Oh my gosh. They're getting into my Williams Sonoma's Christmas fake wear. We're making cookies. We're making cookies, but I don't like to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to use my good china. Only unless I have to. Oh, child. You know how much I spent on that freaking Williams Sonoma baking pan? It's not a game. I had my baby singing Ashanti. I'll never forget that mom. What is he singing? And this is like his favorite song. He can't stop singing it. What is it? Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't know what that baby is singing. Oh, really? I didn't know that Hamilton was based off of songs like that. I Am Awesome Productions. No, I listen, Crystal, they didn't really know. They ain't, I would sing over the freak like me part, you know what I mean? I would say stuff like, I'm gonna be a star all through the day, all through the night. And we can jump any time of day. You know what I mean? It's all good to me. You know what I mean? And then I would, if they were not doing it right, I would like, boy, you're moving kind of slow. You got to keep it up. Now there you go. I wouldn't, I would sing over the nasty part so they could never hear that. Oh, child. No, Crystal, not t-shirt and panties. Not t-shirt and panties. But we did sing a little Ain't No Fun. Acapella. I didn't let them hear the song. Because I was trying to teach them harmonies. Nate Dogg got some good harmonies. And I never met a girl. You listen. Teach some kids some harmonies. But I was singing a cappella because that song I could not sing over. Oh gosh, I wonder how many of them are singing that song today. Like when they get older and they hear the song, they're like, "Oh, my teacher, my musical theater teacher, used to sing this song to me." And then they hear it and they're like, "Oh, she didn't sing that." Sorry. Yes, they were. Oh gosh, I should have filmed so much of that stuff. Listen, when we had downtime, I had them watching Top Model. Me and one of the other teachers. Uh, he was Mexican, black, the only culture in that place, right? Only melanin in that place. So we would have them watch Top Model, and then we would have walk-offs. We would have them walking. Them kids knew who Miss J was, Nigel, Tyra. Listen, it wasn't a game. It guys, is Dean still in the Philippines? Yes, Portia. Yes, Miss GG88. She always came laced in the latest fashions. Always. But she never came in the dance attire that she should have showed up to class in. Hey, Bonnie. Miss GG88 said, hey, Lauren. Like, I love that baby, but she always came in late, clicking in boots. Her little Gucci boots. I was like, you gotta send her in dance shoes. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. We were running late from school. I was like, she wore these Gucci boots to school? Portia was a mess. Oh, I loved it though. Like I couldn't show, like I never showed her that I thought that that was, but baby, when me and the teachers got together, I would be cracking up. I was like, this girl keeps on coming to school in boots, keeps on coming to rehearsal in these freaking Gucci boots. And I keep on telling him she needs to come in dance shoes. And she, well, her little purse. I'm sorry. Well, her shades. I said, take that stuff off. We have rehearsal and you're late. You can't play with them babies because nobody like talks to them like that. Everybody says, oh my God, what do you want? Yeah, of course we'll get it. Is your mother coming to pick you up? I taught that baby for a year. I was never allowed to meet her mom. You know why? Because the teachers who like wanted to like be famous and like get connected to them would always like run and take the kids to go out to meet the parents. So they never met me until the actual musical. And this one of the parents was just like, my daughter keeps on talking about you, and they never let me, actually meet you because they always said that you were doing something. They were hiding me. And she's just like, I just want to say thank you so much. My daughter, she loved you. She had such a great time. She's always singing, whatever songs that you're teaching her. But she's just like, my daughter just has such a really great time with you. So teaching the babies, teaching the babies. But Portia always came, always in a fur. When she showed up to my class in that fur, I was like, I'm going to kick Kyle's behind. She is coming to a rehearsal. Why is she coming in a fur with some bad shades, a purse, and sometimes a little drink? A little drink that, like they stopped at Starbucks and got her one of them little kitty frappuccinos. You're half an hour late. Ciao. I didn't go as hard on them as I should have, but baby, you think back in the day I could walk into a rehearsal late with some Starbucks? Oh no. My teacher would have me do drills right away. Oh, you know what? Crystal Dean was on the quarantine show. Just so you know, if you send your child to Nikki Star TV's Family Fun Daycare Center, they will be learning Adina Howard. They will be learning some Snoop. They will learn all the words to Ain't No Fun, the edited version. Because Nate Dogg can sing and he has harmonies, great harmonies. No, Ali, it's not. It's my nickname. I love you guys too. Oh, Dean and his wife are pregnant? I don't know nothing about that. See, this is the thing. All these questions we have about Dean, we will never know. We will never know. Oh shoot, guys, I gotta go. It's time. It's way past Potomac time. I gotta go watch Potomac. Thank you. I am awesome productions. I am awesome productions said they had time to stop for a Starbucks drink, but not get the baby the right shoes. And the thing about it is, I do this, so I took it seriously. but this was just something that they sent their kids to do to, like, you know, get them out of their hair for a minute. Because one of the ladies, she was just like, because I was trying to tell her, like, we would give the kids, homework we would give the kids homework, and basically the homework was a dance number or a song that they had to learn. And I was talking to her about what her son's homework was for the week, and the parts that he needed to learn. And I gave her the booklet. Like, I created this booklet for all the kids, and I gave her the booklet. Everything was lined out for him. And then when I handed her the booklet, she looked over it and she closed it and handed it back to me. And she was just like, he's not going to be a star. I'm just really, the only reason why I picked this school for him to come to is because I take yoga right next door. So I needed some place for my kids to go while I took hot yoga or Bikram yoga. So this is not really serious for me or him. So thanks, but no thanks. And her son actually really was into it. For me, he was one of the best actors that we had there. One of the greatest performers. You give him something and he just fell into it. Unfortunately, he had a mother who did not take his creativity seriously. So who knows? I hope he ends up being somebody. But it is what it is. Hey, Violetta, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, my dear. Oh, we got a cash app. We got a cash app from, I hope I'm saying it right, Udaline. Udaline, thank you so much for the cash app, my love. Thank you. Well, I Am Also Productions, she wasn't the star. She's married to a movie star. So she wasn't a star. I think her kid is very talented, so I'm hoping that something still happens with him later in life. But the fact that she didn't even care. She didn't even care. She's just like, yeah, this isn't serious for us or him. I just needed a place for them to go while I took Bikram yoga next door. And she ain't lie about that. She did not lie. She went to her Bikram yoga. She always came to pick them up late with the juice. But she didn't care that kid was actually oh no, Aaliyah, no. She didn't care that kid was actually very talented. Aaliyah's at Potomac just made me angry. Oh no, I'm about to watch it. We will see. We will see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for spending time with me. Again, I enjoy it here, which is why I always tend to go over. So sorry if you're just watching the playback. This is what happens here. Listen, it's a holiday season. Why not? So yeah, I'm about to hop off of here and watch Potomac in Atlanta, so I could be ready for those two lives that I'm going to put up. The reminders, I'm going to put them up tonight. So Potomac will be at 2 and Atlanta will be at 12. So if you are into that, I hope to see you then. If not, I'll probably see you for Bachelorette or something else that I am doing this week. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for spending your time with Nikki Star TV. Please make sure you give your girl a like on your way out if you haven't already. And I will see you tomorrow for Atlanta and Potomac, if that's what you fancy. If not, I'll see you after that sometime soon. If I don't see you before the holidays, before Christmas, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, have a blessed new year, and wear your mask. Wear your mask. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Mwah. Wear your mask. Wear your mask, guys. Wear it. Let's get out of here. Yeah, let's go to get to bed, my East Coast people. Love